Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to our Home Choir Sing Sunday, the first one of 2025. And welcome back to Sing Sunday. It's great to be back here with some gorgeous music to share with all of you. Some of Home Choir's finest performances from the last nearly 5 years. We're coming up to our 5th anniversary in just a few weeks' time, and it's a time to kind of go back through the folders and files that I've got here, very much taking up lots of space on my computer and finding all of these performances, and they are just spectacular. So this morning we've got the Weelkes Hosanna, the Son of David, sung for you by Patrick Cathedral Choir. Then we've got Home Choir singing Purcell, O Worship the Lord, from O Sing Unto the Lord. Then the new piece, of course, this week was the Bach, Come Let Us All This Day. We've got Let Justice and Judgement by Handel, which we recorded back in 2021. We've got the Sanctus and the Fauré Requiem. Altos, remember, strap yourselves in. It's a big one. Which, of course, we recorded back in 2022. And we've got Down in the River to Pray as well, plus a bit of Plenty Good Room to wrap up your Sing Sunday. Absolutely packed with wonderful, wonderful pieces, and lots of them sung by you. So make sure you've got everything you need for the session. I need to make sure that the sound is working. No one is shouting no sound at me, which is always a good start for a live stream. Good. If I press this button, can we hear Home Choir singing Down in the River to Pray? I believe we can. Oh, there they are. Fabulous. Let's get the volume set right. Hosanna. Good. Lovely. Come Let Us All. This is the new one. Let's Justice. And the Sanctus. With bonus cantilate, of course. Now, Fire did not write it for cantilate, but we have improved it with the inclusion of Susanna's beautiful cantilate playing. I think pretty much every classical piece can be augmented and very much improved with extra cantilate. So, if you are watching us for the first time, my name's Ben, and if you want to jump straight to the singing after we've streamed this live, down there in the description you'll find timestamps so you can get straight to the music that you want to hear and sing along with. We'll have scores on screen where we can. In the case of public domain works, we always put the scores on screen. If they're copyright, we can't. So there we are. And of course, if you are watching for the first time, don't forget to like the broadcast, share it with anyone you think could do with a smile and a sing, and of course, remember, please help us get to 10,000 subscribers by clicking the subscribe button. It is absolutely free, and we are just a couple of subscribers of 5,600. So see if you can help us get there this morning and click that cheeky red subscribe button. Hello to everyone who's watching live but isn't in the live chat this morning. As always, hello to Helene and Bill and Val. Hello Sue and Tony and Sally and Annie and Maureen and Harry and June and Val and Huyen and Katie, and of course to Anne and to Linda as well. And hello everyone over here. A vibrant crowd this morning. I want to say thanks to Dave and Jill for popping in and saying hello. And I know you'll be watching later on, so lots of love to you and to everyone else. So who is here this fine morning or indeed evening, as we have folks watching from down under as well. Well, hello Alan, hello Alison, hello Angela, hello Christine, hello Liz, hello Emma, hello Fiona. Good evening Jeffrey, hello Gwyn, hello Irena, hello Jackie. Good evening Jane and Goss, of course. Hello Jane, hello Karen, hello Leslie, hello Linda, hello Michael, hello Sheila, hello Sarai, hello Stephanie, hello Susanna and Hanu, hello Suzanne, hello Wendy, hello to all of you. Hope you're having a good morning. Here in Bristol, it is grey and overcast. We will see what happens. You never know. The home choir effect is a thing. I think the sun is going to struggle to show its face this morning. But of course, we're going to bring lots and lots of sunny smiles and lots of warmth and lots of feeling with our singing this morning. So make sure you've got everything you need. I have the all-important drink of water, and we'll start our broadcast. Let's have home choir in the key of B flat this morning. A nice, rich, dark key to start our singing. So you can sing a B flat, a D, an F, or indeed another B flat in any octave. And if you'd sing home choir for me, please, that would be fantastic. Here we go, and... Wonderful singing, everyone, and not the last time you're going to hear the breadth of Home Choir's incredible talents this morning as we are about to start our Sing Sunday broadcast. Welcome all of you to the first one of 2025. This is our, I believe, unique YouTube live stream where we share together some of the greatest music, usually in the sacred repertoire. And this morning, we've got an incredible array of pieces for you. After our news and warm-ups and happy birthdays, we're going to sing Thomas Weelkes' Hosanna to the Son of David, a piece from the late Renaissance era, which is a bright, vibrant shout of celebration. We'll then follow that with a short little number, a little extract, an excerpt, if you will, from Henry Purcell's anthem, O Sing unto the Lord. This is O Worship the Lord, and it's very dark and brooding and very, very beautiful indeed, and it's recorded by Homechoir. Then we've got our latest piece we learnt just a couple of days ago, Bach's Come Let Us All This Day, an arrangement of a piece he wrote in the 18th century, and it was arranged in the 19th century by the cousin of Felix Mendelssohn. There we go. You learn all sorts of stuff on this channel. Then we've got Let Justice and Judgement, one of the middle movements from the coronation anthems by the great Handel, again recorded for us by the wonderful singers of Homechoir all the way back in 2021. And then from the year after, we've got the Sanctus from the Fauré Requiem, absolutely beautiful piece recorded in 2022. Then we'll pause just for a minute and reflect on some of the thoughts and some of the news of the day before we sing two numbers to wrap up our Sing Sunday. Down in the River to Pray, again recorded by Homechoir, and finishing off with Plenty Good Room. And talking about plenty, well, there's plenty of good stuff coming up here on the channel. On Wednesday, we have the latest in the Deep Dive series. Now, we haven't had deep dives for a while. Did we have any last year? I think we might have had a couple last year. It's all starting to blur together, if I'm honest. But this is going to be particularly good. If you're a fan of Baroque music, and who isn't, you'll know the music of J.S. Bach, and you'll have associated him with some of the most beautiful music ever written, ever composed at any time. And his music has been studied for centuries, but we don't know as much, perhaps, as we should about the man who created this absolute beauty. And you might think he was an absolute choir boy. You could not be further from the truth. So we're going to be diving into the world of Bach. You're going to hear stories about how he snuck an unmarried woman into the organ loft when he was a young man to play on the organ. And you're going to hear about him having a fight in the street, a brawl where swords were drawn, fighting with a bassoonist, everyone. You're going to hear how he ended up in prison, and much, much more besides. He's a fascinating character. I've been looking at this superb book by renowned conductor and part-time pugilist Sir John Eliot Gardiner, and he writes all about Bach's early years and how it was really formative. So we're going to be dipping into that for our deep dive. Don't miss it, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Now, on Friday, something completely different, from Bach to Bob Marley. We're going to be singing Don't Worry About a Thing, because every little thing's going to be all right. And we're going to have some reggae songs and more besides with Three Little Birds. Don't say you don't get a breadth of styles and genres here on this channel. So if you enjoy Homechoir, and if you want to help us do what we do and share music with the world, well, you can become one of our donors, one of our supporters. You just go along to homechoir.org/donating and find out how to support the channel. Every penny you give goes into our non-profit and helps us make these shows for all of you. And we really do appreciate everything you can spare. If you can spare us a coffee, that would be hugely appreciated. And to everyone who already is a supporter, thank you so much, because we really couldn't do it without your help. And of course, the email newsletter is vital to stay up to date with what's going on in the world of Homechoir. Not only do you get links to scores, you get links to our broadcasts, you get all the news and updates, and this is really exciting, you get extra stuff that you don't get here on the channel, okay? Newsletter exclusive things like polls and quizzes, extra links, extra broadcasts, so don't miss a moment of your Homechoir. Go along again to homechoir.org, click newsletter sign up, fill in the form, and you're done. And of course, if you tell us when your birthday is, as Jean, Barbara and Joe have done, well, we will sing you happy birthday when your special day rolls round. But first of all, we're going to go full screen. We're going to warm our voices up. I don't know about you, I really do need a warm-up this morning. Rolling your heads around, stretching out the neck muscles, stretching out the shoulder muscles. Be very, very kind to yourself. And let me just say hello to everyone who's joined us in the last few moments. Hello to Wendy, hello to Jill, hello Soraya, hello Suzanne. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is where you are. Well, I hope you're having a good one. We're just stretching our neck muscles out, taking a few deep breaths in and out. It's the first time I've been singing on a Sunday morning for several weeks, so I do feel the need to be kind and gentle with myself. And if you feel any kind of gremlins in your throat, particularly those of you where it's cold where you are, do remember to hydrate liberally so you can stay in the best vocal health possible. So we're going to start here. We're just going to hum this C, and you can breathe whenever you like and just keep the sound going. Let's hum together. Here we go. And again. And an ooh. And an oh. I'm just going to have a sip of drink, excuse me. Stay hydrated, everyone. Now we'll have a ya, 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 your turn. Lovely. Yaw, yaw, yaw. And yeah, yeah, yeah. And yaw, yaw, yaw. And yaw, yaw, yaw. Excellent. And to wrap up our warm-ups, we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Jean, whose birthday was yesterday. Many apologies for missing your birthday, Jean, when we sang on Friday. We hope you had a great day yesterday. And to Barbara and Joe, who are celebrating their birthdays on Tuesday. More birthdays, of course, to sing for on Wednesday. But to Jean, to Barbara and to Joe, many happy returns of the day to you. After 2, 1, 2, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jean, Barbara and Joe. Happy birthday to you and many more. Many happy returns of the day to all three of you, and indeed to anyone who's celebrating their birthday at the moment. So, first Sing Sunday of 2025, and what a great programme we've got this morning. All sorts of different styles. We've got everything from calm, relaxing, peaceful singing to really dark, brooding, intensive Baroque music. Beautiful dance-like Baroque stuff, and starting off with a shout of praise, a hymn of praise, Hosanna to the Son of David by Thomas Weelkes, a really fiery character himself, and you can hear the intensity of the emotion in this late Renaissance, very early Baroque piece. This has got 6 parts, so we'll have the score on screen. If you've not sung it before, it is very much a case of hold on for dear life, because my goodness me, this is quite a sing. If you want to learn it, we did teach it quite a while ago, but this is Hosanna to the Son of David by Weelkes. Have fun. Here we go. Mr. Weelkes certainly knew how to write a stirring piece of choral music, didn't he? Oh my goodness me. Hosanna to the Son of David, our first Sing Sunday piece of 2025. I think it's fair to say we're off to a rousing start. And we're going to follow that with something which was a few decades later, written by another Englishman, this time the great Henry Purcell, a master of composition in any style, in any genre, whether it is the heartbreaking operatic writing of Dido and Aeneas, it's the stirring choruses of King Arthur, whether it's the frankly obscene and bawdy songs he wrote for the tavern, or whether it is the absolutely stunning music he wrote for Westminster Abbey, where he was the organist and director of music. This comes from one of his verse anthems, Oh, Sing Unto the Lord. And of course, recently we've learnt a fair bit of Purcell. We've learnt that beautiful bell anthem, Rejoice in the Lord Alway. And if any of you are available and anywhere near the West Country on the 1st of February, I'm conducting that piece in St Monteverde as well in Backwell with the Southwest Early Music Forum. You can find out details of how to join me there on their website. But this is a tiny little section from our bite-sized Baroque series from a couple of years ago. And you all recorded this one for us. So this is Oh Worship the Lord from Oh Sing Unto the Lord, as recorded by Homechoir several years ago. It's an absolutely beautiful example of how Purcell could take minor chords and make them sound beyond beautiful. Here it is, everyone. Oh, worship the Lord. Really is glorious, glorious writing when you consider that that is just a little section from a really rather joyful, bouncy and lively verse anthem right in the middle. It's almost as if it's a beautiful sunny day and then a cloud comes in front of the sun just for a moment. Really the epitome of stunning Baroque writing. And it had a significant influence on one of our composers coming up soon. More on that in a minute. Now, our third piece this morning is our latest piece. It is Come Let Us All This Day by Johann Sebastian Bach. And I've been saying for nearly 5 years here on the internet, Bach is the grandfather of Western classical music. His approach to composition was not just inspired, it was also extraordinarily workmanlike. And I mean that as a significant compliment. Someone once said to him, how did you get so good at composing? And how did you get so good at playing the organ? And he said, I was compelled to be industrious. And anyone who is as industrious as I was would achieve the same result. I think he was selling himself a little bit short. But remember, the person who wrote this music and all of these thousands and thousands of other pieces, he was as human as the rest of us. As some would say, he put his trousers on one leg at a time. And you'll hear more about that in our deep dive this coming Wednesday. But for now, let's enjoy our latest piece here on Homechoir, Come Let Us All This Day. It's a joyous example of Bach's dance-like writing. Here we go. we are, everyone. You can't beat a bit of Bach. You really can't. And join me, as I say, on Wednesday for a pulling back of the curtain to the organ lofts to find out a bit more about that man. I've mentioned all sorts of things today. I'll even go into a bit of detail as to how much beer was consumed on an infamous trip to Halle, where he was given effectively the church's corporate credit card. Come and find out on Wednesday just how far Bach pushed the credit limit on this all expenses paid trip to Halle, and more besides. It's going to be fantastic. Now, when we listened to that piece of Purcell and sang along with it just a few moments ago, I'm sure you were struck, as everyone is, by the incredible use of harmony in the minor mode to tug on the heartstrings. There's something so intense and so beautiful about clashes in the minor. It doesn't have the same level of wow factor as clashes in the major. And when Handel came to Britain, when he came to England, and this would have been when he was still a relatively young man, having worked in Germany, of course, and in Italy. He arrived in England and absolutely loved the place, decided to stay, very much to the chagrin of his employer, who he told he'd go back to. There's a whole story about that. But what Handel always did, wherever he worked, is he listened really intensely and intently to the musical stylings of the composers who were popular at the time. And of course, there was nobody more popular in England when Handel arrived than Henry Purcell. He'd been dead many years, but his music was still considered the absolute pinnacle and the peak of the musical stylings at the time. So what Handel did, very wisely, is he really studied the music of Purcell and incorporated a lot of his stylings into his own music. When he was then asked to write the coronation anthems for King George, well, he went to Purcell's stylings for the minor movements. And this is Let Justice and Judgement, which comes from one of the 4 coronation anthems, Let Thy Hand Be Strengthened. It's not as well known as Zadok the Priest. It's certainly not as well known as The King Shall Rejoice, but I think this is the most beautiful part of the coronation anthems. And it was recorded for us by the wonderful singers of Homechoir all the way back in 2021. And so do enjoy Homechoir's now famous performance, it's been heard all around the world, of Let Justice and Judgement from the coronation anthems by the one and only Georg Friedrich Handel. Here we go. think it's hard to imagine anything more beautiful than that. Genuinely. So exquisitely composed. And knowing Handel probably took him an hour or so. He really was the master. He very, very much was. It's fascinating to consider he was one of 3 composers born in 1685, along with Scarlatti and who else? Bach, class of 1685, all born in the same year. When I was a music teacher, the PIN number for my phone voicemail was, of course, 1685, and everyone I told said, "You're such a nerd and proud." Very much so. Now we're going to finish off our classical set for this morning with a beautiful piece from a Requiem Mass. And you might think, Requiem Mass, well, that's going to be dark and gloomy. And in some cases, you'd be right. But actually, this is from the Requiem Mass by Gabriel Fauré, who took the idea of writing a Mass for the dead and transformed its meaning from really the idea of fire and brimstone and begging for mercy. If you listen to the music of Verdi, in some extent Mozart, you'll hear that intensity. Fauré had a much more gentle approach to passing on, and really this Sanctus is at the heart of the Requiem. It's one of the most beautiful things in the choral repertoire. It's also infamous for that fiendishly difficult alto line. I believe 2 notes at the end. So if you are waiting for some elaborate alto line, and if you've not sung this before, I might suggest sing with the tenors and basses, and then just jump to the alto part at the end. So this was recorded for us in 2022, I believe. That sounds about right, 2022. This is the Sanctus from Fauré's Requiem, performed, of course, by Homechoir. That is beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone. And well done to anyone who recorded for any of the pieces we've had so far today, whether you were singing, whether you were playing the cantilè, or you were just singing along there at home. We really are very, very spoiled here on this channel after nearly 5 years. So much music it is in our repertoire, and we get to just go back through. It's a joy, actually, putting these broadcasts together. Now, before we move on and sing a couple of numbers from the gospel and spiritual repertoire, what we always do on a Sing Sunday is we just stop for a minute and we reflect on what's going on in our world. And as always, if you make the mistake of opening a newspaper or opening your news app, probably want to close it again and go and have a cup of tea, because really there's an awful lot going on in the world. So I'd like to just send all our love and our thoughts to anyone affected by the extreme weather anywhere in the world at the moment, particularly to those people in California, where it seems to be absolutely devastating. We're also talking about floods all around the place. It's very, very clear that our planet is telling us that it's time to change our ways. So to those of you who are affected by extreme weather, we send all our love. And if we're currently relatively comfortable, let's send our thoughts and our best wishes to all of them. And also to anyone who's affected by ill health at the moment, whether it's you who is not very well or whether you're looking after somebody who is not very well, I send all of our love from everyone in Homechoir to you. It's a very, very difficult thing to have to deal with ill health of any kind, and particularly to those of you who are carers. You do an incredible job, and without you, well, really, the world would be a much, much darker place. And to anyone who needs it, a hand on the shoulder, a support, a hug from those of us in Homechoir, because really, it's one of the reasons why we do what we do. It's not just about the music, it's about the community, it's about the comradeship. So to anyone who needs a hug, here's one for you. Let's bow our heads, everyone, just for a minute. Thanks so much. Thanks, everyone. How's everyone doing in the live chat? Oh, lots of love to you, Marion. Lots of love to anyone who needs it. Yeah, it's very, very clear that no matter what's how we're doing, there's always someone out there who needs a hug. So lots of love to you, Marion, and to your family. So everyone, let's have a couple more. Let's have Down in the River to Pray, another Homechoir recording. And this, we've recorded a lot in the classical style, but we also, of course, record in the popular style and indeed in the gospel style. So this is As I Went Down in the River to Pray, studying about that good old way. So let's raise the roof, everyone. Here is Homechoir singing Down in the River to Pray. Here we go, and as I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Come on, mothers. Oh, mothers, let's go down. Come on down, don't you wanna go down? Come on, mothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sinners, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down, down in the river to pray. Everyone, as I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Fabulous stuff. Well done, all of you. It really is a spectacular sound. You wouldn't think when you listen to this, this is hundreds of people singing into their phones all around the world at different times. We're all singing together, no matter where we are. And of course, there's plenty of room in this choir. Sometimes you've got to pass an audition and there's only a certain number of places. A space has opened up for a first tenor. Auditions will be next Wednesday. No, none of that. There's plenty good room in this choir, and there's plenty good room on the Glory Train. Do you like that link? I was quite happy with that link. This is a really, really rollicking, rousing number to finish off our first Sing Sunday of 2025. Of course, not our last. We have Sing Sundays every couple of weeks, so do come along and take part and enjoy our broadcast. Do share them widely. Do remember, subscription is completely free, and all we want you to do is come and sing with us, because there is plenty good room in Homechoir and plenty good room in the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Well, you're gonna need a ticket if you wanna ride on the Glory Train, but it ain't gonna happen unless you qualify. Plenty good room on the Glory Train, better mind what you say and mind what you do. On the Glory Train, there's a mighty, mighty power watching over you. Plenty good room on the Glory Train, plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Ooh, ooh. Well, now hear the angel Gabriel shouting all aboard on the Glory Train. The Glory Trains are heading up to heaven's door. Plenty good room on the Glory Train. A long golden pathway reaching toward the sun. On the Glory Train, the heavenly journey has just begun. Plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the one more time. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Whoa, 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 plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room on the Glory Train. Fabulous. Well done, everyone. Well sung. And thank you so much for being with us this morning for Sing Sunday. If you've enjoyed it, Do remember the thumbs up. Do remember to share the broadcast with anyone you think would enjoy a sing and a smile. Remember to subscribe to the channel and join us on Wednesday for, well, not a singing rehearsal, but indeed a learning experience. Come and find out all about J.S. Bach. What kind of man was he? He was as human as the rest of us. I might even say a little bit more human than some of us. So do come and enjoy the deep dive this coming Wednesday and enjoy some Bob Marley. Three Little Birds will be coming and sitting on our doorstep on Fun Friday. So lots to look forward to this week. And do come and join us if you can. See you soon, folks. Have a great Sunday. All the best. Bye.